Wes, what do you think made the difference for them in overtime?
I thought we got a little fatigued. Still we were able to get shots to the rim, that's part of it. But I'm proud of the fact that we were able to get to overtime. You get down 11, I think about 9 minutes left, and made enough plays on both sides of the ball to have possession, tie game, with a chance to win it. I'm not 100% certain. I thought there may or may not have been a foul on the ball, on Brad's pull-up, but we gave ourselves a chance, and we had a chance to win it. You get to overtime, and I think fatigue set in, and that had some coverage issues, mistakes down the stretch, gave up some threes. Those were costly.
Obviously, turnovers played a big part of this game. Was there a common thread to the mistakes that you guys made?
No, it wasn't common, but there were a lot of turnovers, to your point. Some were, I think, playing against a handsy team, over-dribbling, playing in crowds, not spacing correctly. All the things I think we were aware of and trying to avoid. But I don't think it was, a sense of guys trying to play selfishly that led to those turnovers. That's a strength of that team. And, sadly, we kind of fell into that trap, specifically early. It got progressively better, but those mount up. You don't get possessions, you don't get shots to the rim. And, they had 15 more field goal attempts because of it. We shoot 50-plus from the field, 50 from three. You feel pretty good about what you're doing, but, they're getting more possessions.
Wes, you guys have talked about how coming back from having to fight back against stuff like the turnovers can lead to that fatigue. Is that what you're talking about tonight, that where you're just battling against? Yeah,
it's not only the physical part, the mental part. But we have to minimize those situations and try to keep us out of those situations that bog us down and cause those turnovers. It's unfortunate.
It's an easy question after a game like this, so I hope you take it the right way. But when Corey is shooting like he has been for the past couple, do you want him to take more shots? Are you happy with his level of activity?
Yeah, I think it's the quality of shots too. It's, to your point, he's shooting, exceptionally well. That means that, the defense is also going to key in on him. He's not going to get some of the shots maybe he got earlier in the year, where they're going to get to him, they're going to run him off, they're going to make him play inside the line and play off the dribble, which he's gotten better at. It's not really his strength. So it's a credit to him, but that's what good defenses are going to do.
We saw Daniel Gafford have limited action in that fourth quarter and overtime. Was that just because of the matchup, or?
Well, he had to leave, had a sprained ankle, so they were taking a look at that. And then at that point, I thought we had a good flow, good rhythm. That last 9 minutes, I liked the group that was out there. They were able to battle back and keep us in the game. So I just went and I stayed with that group.
You've really, seemed to have an impact on the offensive end in the past couple of games. I know we know you for your defensive prowess. How much more confident are you specifically in your three-point shot right now?
Oh, very confident. I knew at one point in the season it was going to turn around for me. I started off slow, hesitating, beginning of the year. Yeah. But now that I've seen a lot more go in, I'm very confident, and I've just been putting in, work on my shot. So, very confident.
When you guys are in pick-and-roll defense, is the emphasis for you guys not to allow the switch that they're trying to get to happen, or is it kind of a matchup-by-matchup situation?
Oh, what you mean, on defense or offense?
On defense, yeah.
When we're on defense?
Yes, when you're on defense, not allowing the switch, trying your hardest not to allow
it just depends on the matchup. We change coverages throughout the game, so we try to keep them on our toes. So sometimes we try not to switch one of our better defenders with one of our not-so-better defenders. So.
Right.
Coach mentioned just that, maybe fatigue set in a little bit during overtime. I guess, what was your assessment being that you were out there?
Oh, I know I was tired. I still made plays and stuff, but I was very tired. It was just one of those playoff atmosphere type games. Just had to push through it. And they were just a team that made more plays than us. We were both tired. I bet you both teams were tired. They just, hit some open threes.
So in terms of the energies feel different compared to Thursday night?
Oh, for sure. They hit some big shots. Fred hit some big shots, but I remember throughout that second half, Gary Trent, he really hit some big timely shots for them, and that got them going, and we stayed in it, and when we came back and ended up tying it and going to overtime.
Any other questions?
Obviously, you get a lot of steals, just your length and things like that. But I guess how much do you look at film and try and pick your spots to just anticipate things?
Well, I mean, I know all those guys over there, play with them for multiple years, so I know Pascal likes to, spin once he gets in the paint. I know, so I just know their tendencies. So I just try to be active, and I took some gambles, but they worked out.
Offense was tough for you guys to come by in the overtime period. What was the reason for that?
I got to watch the film. Could be fatigue, could be just their defense. So, it could be a lot of things, but we just have to go back to the drawing board and look at what happened and try not to let it happen again.
And did you get up to play against your former team?
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's always fun playing against those guys. They're all doing well, and I just wanted to match their energy and, just show them if I can still play too.
KP, go ahead. Okay, Pete. So it seemed like they did have a lot of issues with your two-man action with you and Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Could you explain and just what did you see when they were trying to defend that two-man action?
Yes, I think those were some good plays from Coach. Some of those flash actions. And then Brad coming downhill and drawing so much attention, bringing everybody in the paint, and then making a play from there. But yeah, as the game went on, those became a little bit more difficult because it's harder to get the ball to the free throw area and then go from there. They're very good with their hands and getting those steals and deflections and stuff. So we had to take care of the ball a little bit more. Overall, tough loss. Good team defensively. Tough one. What can I say? Yeah.
Overall, team-wise, what was difficult in the overtime for the offense?
I think we were just trying to exploit the matchup that Brad wanted. He's our go-to guy, and we trust him to make those plays for us, and he did. And of course the pressure is up. It's harder to just swing the ball and now go into a pick and roll and have all these options open. It's much more difficult. So it has to be an ISO game. It has to lean towards more an ISO game, and yeah, he did what he could for us. Probably some situations also earlier in the game, the spacing could have been better. But yeah, I think we gave our all. We fought hard. We came back. We were down 9 in the fourth, or down 9 or 11. What was it? 11. Yeah, we came back. That got the fans going, got us going. We knew that we wanted to make it 2-0. But we fell a little bit short. We made a comeback. We had opportunities. We fell short. That's how it goes in this game. We've had a few of those this season. But overall, we have to keep our heads up. There's no other choice for us. We have to keep our heads up and keep going, keep pushing. And good thing about this league after a tough loss like this is that we have Milwaukee tomorrow. Bounce back.
You guys are entering a really pivotal portion of your schedule, going against teams that you're, jockeying for playoff position with. Has the sense of urgency in the locker room heightened because of that? Like, are you guys aware that, this month of the season really determines your playoff fate?
Definitely. We know that games like this are almost worth as 2 games, right? Because you get a win and you give the other team that you're fighting in the standings with a loss. So we knew, and they knew, how important these 2 games were. We're 1-1. But there's definitely more of a playoff feel for these games because it is like we're fighting for the playoffs. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's gonna be tough going forward. We have Atlanta coming up also, I think. Right, we have them in Toronto probably. So those are gonna be some tough games, and we have to prepare for well and show up playing our best basketball.